All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and get this set up. Just switch that. There we go. Nice. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Happy 4th of July. If you're Americana, happy 4th of July. I don't know why I did the accent there. But hello, Isopod. How you doing? Welcome. Again, happy Independence Day for my Americana. And for everyone else, happy Zenless Zone Zero 2nd anniversary. My camera's over here. I am so fucking stupid. What am I doing? I keep looking over. I doing good. Ready to ban all non-Americans. No. Let's not do that. They make up like literally most of my viewers. I'm so fucking stupid. I keep switching my camera between up here on this monitor and then right here on this monitor. And I forget I do that sometimes. So when I'm talking to people, I like look over here. I'm like, all right, guys, happy stuff, right? Well, the camera's right here. But, happy Zenless Zone Zero 2nd anniversary. Happy Independence Day. Happy Saturday. I don't even think there's that many holidays today. But yeah, happy 4th. Happy 4th. 4th of July. I'm gonna go cook some hamburgers when I finish streaming here. But that's not gonna be for like a while though. It's not gonna be till like later, like fucking 5:30. But nonetheless, we are here. And we are going to play this game. Because I said earlier, I had no idea what we were going to play, right? It's like fucking, oh yeah, it's Saturday. I don't know what we're going to play, but I'll figure that out eventually. And I did. Thank you, Steam Summer Sale, for letting me buy this game as cheap as it was. But enough talking. Let's get right into it, because I've never played this. I've never played this, and I'm so excited.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Every day, no days off.
Might have considered it soul-rending. Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley, you're weird, respectfully.
And then one
That's
day,
all you
something
do?
very peculiar
Buttons?
happened. Something that would forever change Stanley
Uh-oh.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order
boy Stanley
had
doesn't need
arrived on the
days off.
monitor for him to follow.
I guess.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Stanley's
Shocked,
all alone.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
Is
find
there a
a
meeting or
trace of
something?
his
Why am I all
co-workers.
alone? What if it was a holiday and I just... What if it was a holiday and I just fucking didn't know? Wow, not a soul in sight. Can I even go into these rooms?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Click on door 437 for an achievement. 437, where is it? Wait, was that my door? Oh, here it is. I didn't fucking do anything. Oh wait. Oh, there's a different button. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. I like how they give you an achievement for just trying to jump. It's spilled coffee. No, I tried to go in there.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
Sorry, it's 4:30.
he entered
Well,
the
too
door on
late.
his
I'm
left.
already over here. Door on my left? All right. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Do not
disbelief,
alter without
Stanley
consulting the
decided
whiteboard
to go
manager.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, my boss's office. Let's see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yo, they have an office party every Friday? Oh wait, they don't work on fucking Saturdays and Sundays. So I guess he does get weekends off. Everyone is unique. Most of all. Yeah, but they're all shaped exactly the same. Are you stupid or something? Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, and slides, charts. Can I go in there? I guess I will.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, here's my boss. Hello? Boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Stanley could not possibly have known this. What if I just played dumb? I don't know what that number is. I'm just gonna look around.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to know that, so I'm just gonna do my own thing. I don't know why I thought that was a door. I was gonna try to push that.
2845.
Yeah, I know, but I can't press it. Stanley doesn't know that. I'm Stanley. See, I'm playing the part pretty well. Here, I'll do this.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley
All right.
got the hell along
No,
with the
I'm gonna do my own thing.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
What did it open? I'm blind. Oh, it opened this. I don't like this. Is that an elevator? Guess we're going down. Oh.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
All right.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. What is this? Oh no, I can't escape. Should I press this?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. I feel really stupid. What does this do?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Damn. Employee fired. What is this place?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
Low-key
utterly
employer
blind to the
T63 kind of bad
world?
though. Bro, we don't even know what the employees look like.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah,
For
let's
he
destroy the shit.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Let's take them out. Let's destroy the evil mind control facility. Turn this shit off. Oh. What just happened?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand.
Nice job following the narrator. Good boy. All right, bro. You know what?
No longer would anyone
kick
tell
rocks.
him where to go, what to do, or
I suppose. How about you go fucking kick rocks?
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
A world all to my own.
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Whoa.
The feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path.
The possibilities are endless.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley...
Endless possibilities for me to unleash. Beat the game. Oh, that was quick. Oh, we're back. All right, you said 4:30?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yo, the Sonic ending?
Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
What's the achievement?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Click on door
No,
435 times.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
I can go faster,
Now
boy.
suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
See, I can flutter click. I know how to flutter click. Flicker goon.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
What is it, 100?
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, all right. Where are you, 417? There you are. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Few times on 437. Well, what does he mean by a few? Like 5? 4?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now,
that wasn't a few, that was a couple.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, 10 clicks. All right. Where is 415?
Now, back to door number 437.
God damn, you're so fucking needy, narrator.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Why does this narrator sound familiar?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great!
This narrator
You're
sounds
putting it
like
all on the
fucking
line,
Wallace
Stanley.
from
I
Wallace
like
and
that.
Gromit.
All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Go get me some cheese, Stanley. We need to find the cheese.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
He sounds so fucking excited over an achievement. All this for an achievement, by the way.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah!
We did it!
We got it!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how
Let's
far
fucking
we've come
go,
today.
dude.
Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Awaiting input. Wait. Are there other keyboards I have to click on? Oh. I just shut that computer off. All right. All right, let's go. Let's move forth.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I'm going right this time. Fuck you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Just to admire it.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want a drink. Let me buy a drink. I guess that's not happening. 10.
Yes, really worth it
56.
being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I'd win.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. No, I'd do no such thing. I would never lie. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off, 5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop.
Shit.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
I didn't
zero
even mean to do that.
consideration
Wait.
for others? Are you that convinced
My
that I
right
want
click
something
lets me
bad
walk?
to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I didn't even realize my right
Let
click
me
did
prove
something.
it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a
Danger,
chance.
danger everywhere. No buckets past this point?
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
What if I don't listen to him? I'm gonna not listen to you.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
Yes.
Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
How
Because
far are
this
you
is
in?
what you wanted to
This
see.
is like my second
Help me
run
here,
through where I
Stanley.
just
Help elucidate
ignore
these
everything you
strange and
did.
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What
Oh
did you
shit, he's
want
calling
to
me.
see? Vehicles? Skill?
Hello? Kinda, yeah.
What you doing?
I'm playing Stanley Parable. I see you in my chat.
Oh, on stream?
Yeah.
What's it called? Bill, I just wanted to let you know, before you get too deep into it, there's gonna be a section where you gotta go through some red doors or blue doors. Whatever you do not go through the blue door. It gives you cancer, okay?
You should have told me that before I went through the blue doors.
Okay, well, if you go through it like one time, like it's not that bad, but like if you go
4
through it like more
times.
than 3 times,
I went through the blue door like 4 times. 3 times. I think it was 3 times. I wasn't counting.
Mahogany, right?
Nope, blue.
No, I'm talking about the coffin you want me to order for you. Mahogany, right?
Cedar. How about that?
Dude, what do I look like? Fucking Bill Gates? You're getting mahogany.
No, I want cedar.
All right, that's all. I just wanted to bother you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
You trees, work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I see a door
Tell you
over
what,
there. Take me
let
there.
take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
I can give him some feedback.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead,
Silly
Stanley.
night.
Take it for a spin.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
There's a
Would
door
you
over
say that
there.
the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I like the third option. You know what?
Okay,
I'll give it a
so
4.
we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly
Let me in,
candid,
let me in, let me
I
in, let
think
me
I've
in.
knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say
Ooh.
that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
So what if I want to like walk through a different door? Oh, that didn't take me anywhere. Narrator. I think did I bug the game? I think I bugged it. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think I was supposed to go in there. He stopped speaking. Narrator. Oops. He doesn't even speak anymore. Quick, activate no clip. I don't know how to do that. I don't even think there's a fucking... Yeah, there's no fucking console commands. I can't no clip. Oh, I think I'm just cooked. I gotta start it again. Fuck! That probably took me to an ending, huh?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Turning
go
off
to
these
the meeting
computers.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're wasting too much electricity in here. We're turning off the computers. I wonder what that's doing. I guess we're gonna find out soon, huh?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or we'll go the normal way this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I went downstairs? I'm gonna go downstairs. Why? Fuck you, that's why.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Damn,
All
I'm
because
kinda
he
real for that,
believed
though.
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
One,
Maybe,
two,
he thought to
B4.
himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my coworkers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Wait.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet
Wait.
when he looked
I think we're
down?
looping.
Why
Oh
did doors
fuck! Is this
close
the back rooms?
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Oh, fuck.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
Oh my god!
What a relief Stanley felt
Oh,
to have
fuck.
finally found
Oh,
an
fuck,
answer,
fuck,
an
fuck,
explanation.
fuck.
His co-workers weren't actually
No.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley,
What
who
the
found
fuck
it
is going
particularly
on?
strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Sorry,
that
sorry.
this was
It's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's just
So
a
he
dream.
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to
Alright,
wake up.
alright.
He felt
Wake.
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh my god, it's working.
the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Wake up.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Please, I just want to
I want
go
my
back to my job.
apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
No!
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story
it over?
of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her
Rest in
belongings,
peace.
and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This
Stanley
much
just
she
fucking
knew.
died?
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I
Cool,
know
I got
what
the
is real
Stanley dies
and what
ending.
isn't. It was comforting to think this. And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the
Don't be
rest
late to
of
that
her
meeting.
life.
You better go.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
All right, new fucking. All right, new fucking playthrough.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
See, look for the
Stanley
computer.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Turn this
Perhaps
off.
he had simply missed a memo.
I'm turning off all these computers. Hang on, this is weird. Where's the computer? There's something over there. Stanley, why do you have an anime girl at the bottom of your eyesight? I don't know. I don't know, man.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
All right, let's go through the doors. Okay, I turned off all the computers.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
All right, let's go to my boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
How have you been? How's 4th of July? The Nationals ECC Day. I didn't know until you said it on Discord. Oh, it's been great, dude. I made that video. I literally made that shit like yesterday. Like, yeah. I didn't know I can open that. We're going in here. Yeah, I whipped that video up not too long ago. Why am I taking the elevator? I don't know. But we're taking it. The elevator takes a while to be ready. Oh, okay. I posted this video on Twitter. I woke up, it had 13,000 views. How's Hi-Fi Rush? Oh, it's fun. It's definitely fun. This elevator's taking forever. I could fall asleep right now. I'm gonna fall asleep right here on this elevator. Almost there. Considering mixtape is relatively dead, is it logical to keep it as a playable option in your point shop? Oh god, wait. Oh wait, is that an actual, hang on. Did I make that a point thing? Oh my fucking god, I actually did. Yeah, no, I need to take that off, because fucking, I don't think anyone's playing that game. Yeah, honestly, if you redeemed it, I would have seen it and been like, what the fuck is that? Did I would have thought I put that shit up when I was drunk. I'm not even gonna lie. This elevator's still going. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, mixtape. Y'all ever heard of pussies? Could also get rid of this one since I put both of them up anyway. Alright. No more mixtape, because no one fucking plays it. This elevator's taking way too long. I'm going on fucking... I'm scrolling through Instagram. Can't look at shit for 5 minutes. Where's the Subway Surfer Family Guy? Modern gamer can't help but double scream sad. Shut the fuck up. It's an elevator and it hasn't ended. I wouldn't have to do this shit if the fucking elevator just opened. Wait. Wait, no, I was kidding. No, I was kidding. Let me go back up. Oh. Does this elevator even work? Is this even a working elevator? Great, now you have to start from the beginning again. No, I don't. Shut up. That elevator doesn't work. There's no way in fuck. Oh, wait. Here's the computer. Boom. Third input.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
Huh?
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Amazing.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
going down. Isopod level with me.
Stanley walked
Was that
straight
elevator
ahead through
even
the
real?
large door that read Mind Control
Nope.
Facility.
We're escaping.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, it just goes forever. I wonder if the narrator's just saying that shit.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh, why is it red? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched
Uh-oh.
closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his
Oh,
life had been
no.
of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley
Oh,
can't
no.
see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps
Oh,
his death was
no.
of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
If I just hid in here. If I did this.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley
fuck?
was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Hello, Nomley. Oh. Also, Sugar, if you do enjoy this game, do try to play Slay the Princess in Disco Elysium. Try to get the latter, not officially, since the devs are not in the company. Both have you talking to the narrator or your inner voice isn't real good. Alright. I might check them out. Oh, this is the end.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Why
What
did the-
exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Why did the narrator change? The fuck?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he
Oh.
hit start?
Oh. Oh, this is the credits. There's no way I'm already done with this game. Anyways, where's that narrator? Here it is. Kevin Brighting. I'm about to look up who this guy is. Kevin Brighting. Cause he sounds like goddamn Wallace and Gromit. He's known for the Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe, and Void Bastards. Any other credits? Shit, no. He does a lot of narrator stuff I'm looking at. He plays narrator core in Portal. He plays the Stanley Parable announcer in Dota 2, which I didn't even know was a thing. Yeah, this guy does a... Are you playing normal version or Ultra Deluxe Gold or whatever one? That's just an English accent. Oh, okay. So this guy isn't actually English, is what I'm hearing? Yeah, this is the Ultra Deluxe edition. He sounds like fucking Wallace, though. Like, am I wrong to think that, oh, this guy probably played Wallace and Gromit? This guy was in the fucking goated series.
Throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing.
Now look,
does that
closer,
sound
Stanley.
plausible to you?
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good.
Office clock. Freedom ending. Countdown desk. Countdown ending. Freedom ending as existed in beta. Monitor room elevator. Bunch of office rooms in there. Do 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 do. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game, plus some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention. That's fucking wild. To that I say, fuck them! Make fun of shooters. We're back at the beginning. See, I did see an elevator in that one room, so we'll go there. Let's see. It was over here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they
We
wish to
hate the
control
gun and
one
ball
another.
crowd.
How they both wish to be free.
Bro, those are like most of the games I play, though.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these
Actually, that's
things
not
cannot
entirely
be
true.
seen.
Hi-Fi Rush doesn't have a gun in it. I mean, it has guns, but you don't get to use the
Listen
guns.
to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to be.
Boom, I did it. I saved Stanley.
This
You're welcome, Stanley. I saved you.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, let's go left again. Or what? No, it was right. Let's go right again.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not
Skipping
the correct way
narrator
to the
like that
meeting
reminds me
room,
of Yo
and
Mama
Stanley knew it
Live,
perfectly
Xbox
well.
Live meme.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. All right, this
Stanley
time
was
let's
so
not
bad at
jump off
following
of the thing.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's try not to jump off this thing.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
Wait, I see a
gotten off
van
on the
down
wrong
there.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform.
Okay,
and
that
plunged to
ending
his
just
death.
fucking kills you.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
You never did complete the rail ending. The rail ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going to kill myself and make you two watch. That's low-key how it felt jumping off there, even though I didn't mean to. This is different. Yeah, this is totally fucking different. What happened?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, He entered the door. This was not the correct
Maybe the
way
last
to the
monitors
meeting
in your
room,
office.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, no, there's an elevator over here. Where does this elevator take me?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
All right.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, take your time. Not like I'm trying to play the fucking
Let's see,
game.
we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I don't know what that was. I don't know why I had to touch it.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Oh, shit.
Quick, Stanley,
Oh,
close
wait,
your
no,
eyes.
I've already been here.
Okay. We just have to get back to,
I've already been here. I don't need
Who am
to.
I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Oh. Yeah, no, the computer ain't in here. Oh, well. Oh, shootings.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Turn off all these computers. I don't want to see a single computer turned on. No, look, it's back to normal now.
When Stanley... Wait.
No.
What?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
2,
did
3,
you change
4, 5,
anything when we were
6.
back in
There's
that
6
room with
doors.
all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure.
Why
that
are there
it's here
6 doors in
somewhere.
here?
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, clearly I can't go that way. I can go this way. All right, where is the story? It ain't in there.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Sure, bud.
Do
I
we just-
believe it.
Do
Oh.
we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's got to be better
That wasn't
than this.
it, really?
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Nope. He restarted the game again. God damn it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room, meeting room, meeting room. No.
Okay, yep.
Now
it's
there's
worse.
no doors.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
All right. Oh, shootings.
Aha!
I
Oh.
knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
What is it? Some
No,
type of
wait,
back rooms?
never mind.
Nope.
Not the story.
This isn't the story.
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Aha.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
It might
I don't
be.
think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Oh, the door's
Do you
gone.
remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed
You gonna
to be
restart the
doing,
game again?
how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I won. You see that
I
shit?
know you put in
I
a
just
lot of
fucking won
hard
the
work,
game.
and it really paid
I'm
off.
just that
So,
fucking good.
Good job.
Kane Parsons reportedly was locked inside a large complex, which
no.
inspired him to make the Backrooms
I
movie.
don't feel right about this at all. We both know
My full
you
name
didn't
is
put in
actually
any
Kane
actual
Parsons
work for that
Stanley.
win.
He's 20
Some
years old.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Easy enough. All right, let's follow this line. Why is it leading in here? Oh, I can't actually play the game. Damn it. Oh, my dad used to lock me up in one of those.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that
Damn,
a
we are
destination
going
is inevitably
fucking
conjured
everywhere.
into being
Damn.
via the very
Damn.
manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, he's gonna give us music? All right. Is this... I hope this isn't copyrighted. I don't think it is. Where are we going? And flag. All right, bro. Narrator, your music's kind of loud. I'm turning it down.
Wait, got the music? Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
All right, I'll remember.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
All right.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Why are we
no.
back here?
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no,
It brought
not
us
again,
back
Line.
to the
How could you
spoiler.
have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Did the narrator just quit?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
All right, let's do it.
Something exciting.
Let's make up our
daring,
own story.
Mysterious. Ooh, this all
Put us
sounds
on the beaches in
perfectly
Normandy
doable.
right now.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
All right, we're going this way.
Now, yes,
Oh, we're going this
is
way.
exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Take me to the beaches of Normandy in 1944.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley,
The game is actually
I'd
rage
also
baiting
like
a
to
cube.
veto
You
the
rage
line
bait
from
the
having
narrator,
any role in our
rage baits
awesome
you.
new
The
story.
game rage baits,
No
rage
lines or
baits
monitor
both.
rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, the line's gone. Good.
Ah, a choice.
Oh, nice.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander
All right,
the
all right, all right,
opportunity.
all right. What-
In
what-
fact, I believe I need a minute
Yeah,
to think
it's all right,
here.
it's all right, it's all
Just
right.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The right door.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it.
Yeah,
I
you don't
won't
have to.
do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
I think we broke the cycle.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
Cycle of violence
They're always saying
broken.
that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh. Ah. Oh, that did something. I died? Welcome to heaven, Stanley. The Last of Us 2 achieved. Did narrator get hit by a fucking car? I think he did. I get to hit buttons. Oh my god, this literally is heaven. I get to hit buttons. There's so many of them. This is how you know I've been a good noodle, because I get to hit buttons. And they restart after pressing them. That means I could do this forever. God. By the way, you can go out the window at the beginning. 80 gigs worth of jiggle physics versus 500 buttons. By the way, you can go out the window at the beginning. Oh, actually? I'm gonna try that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Which window is it?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Because I can't really get on top of anything. You have to climb it at the chair at the very beginning. Other chair. This chair? This chair. Oh. Oh. Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the
bright
nature
here.
of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
It's just white.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
I can pick.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
He's really fucking
Clearly, this
calling
whole
me out.
gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice
Sometimes
was
I
the
think the
better
humor
one?
is too high up for
Imagine
me.
if you had selected
To
continue.
be fair,
on
you
your
have to
first
have a pretty
playthrough,
high
how
IQ to understand Rick
tantalizing
and
it would
Morty.
be not knowing what happens
Good
when
morning.
you pick the
Good
other
morning.
option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to
Rich
say that
laughter
no one who's
manifested.
listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh, you left me alone. All right, we're starting again. This isn't my
All of his
office.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This is
Stanley
not my
decided to
office.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is not my fucking office.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait. Executive bathroom? I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Damn it, I tried to flush the toilet. You can jump in the pit in the monitor room too. Oh.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on
What was
the
the
floor, he lay
fucking
prone,
thing?
paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began
It
to
was
move
some
about and
combination of
survey the
these
situation,
numbers.
he found a keypad behind the
2,
boss's desk.
7, 8,
What could it
4.
mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious
Oh, they
and
changed
so
it.
random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845.
Oh, it's
Statistically,
2845.
nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go to the camera room. I don't remember, but do you have to turn on jumps and set it? No, because there's no jumping in the game. Like, I'm pretty sure there's quite literally no jumping in the game. I can't turn it on at all. What the fuck? There's a fucking jump? Oh my god, Tomato is raiding. Hello, Tomato. How are we doing? Hello, Tomato. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that.
Stanley
You're
walked
awesome.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Wait, what if I... What if I turn on... I make G my jump button. Okay. So clearly I can jump, otherwise they wouldn't add the thing. That being said, I don't think there's a way to actually turn on the jump. Interesting. I was playing through Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered. Ooh, nice.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
There we go. I did it. Later. Oh.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control
I
facility.
end on day 3.
Welcome.
Nice.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go.
What'd they do?
New content. You can call it the
New
bottom of the
content?
mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just
Oh my
for this
god, new
section.
music?
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
Yo, this shit slaps.
Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk.
You're gonna get some food? Alright, later.
Should have been careful.
Ending.
Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability.
This is fucking awesome.
Chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job,
I did it. We're at the bottom of the mind control facility. Oh, nice. All right, it just restarts. Oh, there's a phone ringing now.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person
We
in
are
your
Stanley
place of work.
Parable.
The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
We carry. Oh,
If at any
that's
time
what you meant.
believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message.
You're making a fucking
into your
Kirkinator
perceptual
joke.
sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
I had no idea what that lady said. Anyways, let's see what that other option does in the thing.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think?
That's
Isn't
okay.
this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes. Oh, I gotta go up to it.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
What do you mean? All right, guitar.
There once was a man named Stanley,
What is-
who people considered so manly.
Oh yeah.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
What does that mean? What
What
does that word
Stanley
mean?
liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to
What if I just
function.
restarted after?
Which is why
Yeah, I'm gonna restart. What if I just restart in the middle of a song?
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two
Let's
open
see.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't think I
This
did
was
this
not
way.
the correct way to the
I mean, I've
meeting room,
gone this
and
way, but
Stanley
I
knew
didn't-
it perfectly well.
This time,
Perhaps
let's
he wanted
stay
to
on the
stop by
thing.
the employee lounge first.
Let's stay.
just to
Let's stay on the
admire it.
lift. Let's not jump off.
Standing
Of
now
it.
in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Oh yeah,
There's
you don't
someone
say.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Now, who is this she? Oh,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
oh,
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh my God,
I'm
is
just
this-
pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
apartment
Okay,
complex.
there we go.
Who is this?
All right, now I want you to come in and tell me all about your
What the fuck?
Gotcha.
Oh, you a
Oh,
bitch.
come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yeah.
Who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
She kept you
Come
waiting
inside.
on.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Yeah, she sure did.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? Press P on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Stanley gets no bitches. Please press P.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
iSpot, shut up. Oh.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press O to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First,
I
he
wanted to watch
imagined
TV,
that
what
one
the
day
fuck?
while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Jay to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
R to repair dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press C to tell your kids a story. I don't have
It was
kids.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new
What's going
path.
on? Why did this
Mustn't
change?
there be? Perhaps if
This
he
wasn't
played
here.
just one more time.
You gotta tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press G to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm not doing it. No. I already said I was gonna press it. Not beating the good puppy allegation. Shut the fuck up, you stupid motherfucker. Ooh, I hate y'all. I should ban y'all. I said I wasn't gonna press it. You told me not to. Unless you really want me to, then I guess I wouldn't mind pressing it, but given that nothing's happened, I might have to.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at
I pressed
himself?
the button.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried again. And
How do
Stanley
I
pushed a button.
can't die.
And I tried.
Oh. I think I died. I think I died.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Ooh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We get to see new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley
Oh
Parable
boy, new content.
Ultra
I'm so
Deluxe.
excited.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step
Oh
inside
boy, new
and see
content.
what thrilling new adventures await in
I can't
the
wait.
Stanley Parable
This is so
Ultra
exciting.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
Content?
Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
New
I've never
content.
been more
Yeah,
ready.
let's
do it.
go. Let's fucking go.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
New
right.
content.
All right, let's see. It's the jump
The
circle.
jump circle. Oh. I can jump.
Is
Is
that
that
it?
it?
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
That was it? That was the new content?
Goodness.
That was just a
Another
jump
elevator.
circle.
Stanley, I have to
Football
say,
game players, when
initial
there's a new
impressions
FIFA
of
game
this
with a whole
game are
DLC of the
not
name
positive.
letter being
It's
moved
just
up.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more.
Oh, there's more.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What is this? Thank you for
That's
enjoying
it?
the new
Oh,
content.
you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship
that was
that's
just-
gone
that
into
was the
it.
new
In fact,
content?
I'm
That's
looking
some
right now at the
bullshit.
game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really
Narrator
about.
uses Twitter wrong.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
You know what, Mr. Narrator?
What do you say, friend?
Yeah, let's restart. What the fuck? This isn't The Office. This is something else.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
What is it? Is it down here? What are you showing me, Mr. Narrator? What is it?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Oh, yeah,
Well, it got
I
me
remember.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Whoa.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it
Whoa.
the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing
Should've got
all
Mr.
my
Narrator, might
favorite
as well
memories
say
so
it's
I
a
can
skull
relive
on
the
the
peak
ceiling.
experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Whoa.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game
the
originally
awards.
launched? Back
The
then,
British Academy
video
of Film and
games had
Television
integrity.
Arts
Back then, it all
Awards
meant something.
awarded to
Oh, the waste.
Bruce Straley, Stanley Parable, The Last of Us in the category story. Good times. A trip down memory lane. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. It is impossible to get this achievement. Is there an actual achievement where I just don't have to play the game for 5 years? I have a confusion of being a LARPer thrown into a national museum. Do you feel that? Yeah. I'm just kind of soaking in the moment because I wasn't here. I didn't buy Stanley Parable when it first came out, so everything here is quite literally new to me. In loving memory of little Sam. Oh no! Little hamster, he's dead. Oh, that's sad. If that's a real hamster, that's sad. Rest in peace to that little guy.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
The original remake. The grandiose
Here's
will make
another
me shit my
moving
pants, I
passage,
swear to God.
this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone,
to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
What is this?
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from
Steam reviews.
the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Only one way to find out.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Man, there's so many fucking Steam reviews here, man.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
There's another review down here.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
I wish there was a skip button.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip button, oh.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here.
Oh my god, it worked.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that
Yeah, no, there
one
was a door here. Where the
before.
fuck is it?
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I
Help!
don't think one
Help!
can enter a room without a door
Help
of some
me!
sort, or a window or something like that. Do you
Help!
see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door
This
as
isn't
long as it
working.
can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will
Hurry up, go
find
find
a
the
way,
door,
I promise.
please.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please,
All right, I
please,
won't. Just go
please
get
do
the
not
door.
Press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
I'm pressing that button.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room.
Not
Stanley,
even 5
the door
seconds.
is gone. It's completely gone.
I know
I've
it's
looked at it
gone.
from every angle. I've
I don't know what
checked
the fuck to
every
do.
one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
What the hell?
My goodness, I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
Or 2 weeks.
Oh God, all the
I've
lights
been
are
sitting
off.
here all that time, just sitting here. Not a
Is
single
the door?
person
Is
to
there a
speak
door?
with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's
Narrator, there's no
exactly
door
the same
still.
as always? Doesn't that feel like? Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much
Mr. Narrator,
time.
there's still
I
no
stopped
door.
keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only
Okay, he's gonna
regret.
yap. Oh my God, even the clock ran out of battery. Is the narrator dead? Oh. I hate that. I killed
But they
him?
didn't understand the game was never meant
he's
to be
back.
funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, enter.
I think he's dead for real. Erosion. There's water dripping. That means erosion. That means the wall should break eventually. I just gotta press it one more time.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Oh
end.
no, I
is never
drove the
end, is
narrator
never
mad.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
What about now? Oh, the pipes. The pipes are about to come down. We might actually be able to get out of here. Just one more skip. Dang it, the wall came down, but it's not enough. Everyone Stanley knew have died. Sunlight. Well, the wall still isn't going down. How much time has passed now? Fucking centuries at this point, I'm pretty sure. Oh. I think I skipped too far. I don't like that sound, Skip. Oh. Oh. I got out. I fucking got out. But at what cost? Oh no, the button doesn't work. Well, I guess I just gotta... But, oh, this reminds me. Did you play Voices of the Void? No, I have not. But I guess it's time to move on. But the skip button no longer works and everyone's dead. What the fuck? You could give it a try. It's free, but it takes time for you to get used to. Maybe. We'll see.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I have a lot
What
on my
did it
plate.
mean?
I have a lot on my
Stanley
playlist
decided
right
to
now.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's papers like literally everywhere. In case I don't see you, good day, good evening, and good night, ass. Yeah. There's papers everywhere. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is it in here? New content. All right, let's go in. Hell yeah, the strip
Stanley,
club font.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
The fuck?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
A sequel. Yeah.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new
The end is
territory
never the
we'll
end
cover,
again.
but a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new
Investor
experience, built
showcase.
from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
They're
Calling
back.
it the
2
Stanley Parable
doors.
2
New content
is
is
just
out.
so
New
much
content
catchier
part
than
2 is
Ultra
in.
Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe. What
New
does it even
hotness.
mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
This way to the show
that surely
floor.
the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
New
Game
features, new
development is much
content.
more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Whoa.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I get to try out the new features. Let's see, what new feature should I try out? Let's see. Reassurance bucket, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game. Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. No way, right?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
What do players really want?
Too big,
And of
too
course,
small, just
the
right.
first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing
What if
the
it just
game.
says? What if it just says
Isn't that
name or some shit?
wonderful?
There's no way it's saying my name, right? I don't think it says my name, right?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says
Oh.
the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
I was about to say if this
Here,
if this
let's
name
have
press
you
if
role
this.
play as Jim to really simulate the full
right,
experience
my-
of this
all
feature.
right, I
Just
gotcha.
play along.
My
I
name's
promise
Jim.
you'll love it.
Hello guys,
Okay,
my
here we
name's
go.
Jim.
Let's
I'm
take a
playing
deep
I'm playing
breath,
the Stanley
clear
Parable
your
2.
mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine
Yes,
yourself
my name is
living
Jim.
as Jim.
I woke up this
Sleeping
morning
and
today
waking as
and I
Jim,
purchased the
falling
Stanley
in love
Parable
and
2.
being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's
Did I see
possibilities
fear?
as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you
Yes,
really
my name is
truly
Jim.
right now? If
I am
so,
Jim
then
Zenless.
please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Wow, that's so cool.
You see?
The
What a
the
thrill,
game,
what
the
a
button,
rush.
it
That
said
was
my
you.
name.
The
That was
button
me.
described
Hang on,
you.
I want to do it again. I want to do it
again.
again. Come on, come on, come on.
Jim.
Ooh!
It hits even
Oh my
harder
God.
the second
Oh
time.
my God.
If this were
It
the
said my
only
name.
new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth
the game,
money.
the button in
Let's
the
take a
game, it
break
said my
from the Jim
name.
button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
All right. Next room.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
The reassurance bucket. Let's go in there.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in
where's
those
the
who
bucket?
played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after
there's-
much consideration, I've
there's no
engineered a
bucket.
clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable
Oh, there it is.
Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
Give me
and your
the
heart.
bucket. Give me the
It's
bucket. Give me the
true.
bucket. Give me the bucket.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle
I want the
embrace of
bucket.
jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be
Bucket,
honest,
bucket.
it's a much more convenient solution for
Soldier
me
TF2.
than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on. give it a
Yes, he's gonna give me the bucket.
Can you feel it?
Dude, this
The
is
glow
awesome.
of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
steal
must
it.
already be sweeping through
Oh,
your
no, they
body.
closed the door.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
This is
I think that just
awesome. I have a
holding
bucket.
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on.
I
don't
love
they?
this bucket.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I get to keep the bucket?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable
Please, no
bucket in a video
screenshots.
game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of
if I do
decoration.
screenshot it?
like
What if I-
balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's
gonna
opinion,
screenshot
it
this
makes you
too.
realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well
Oh.
Someday it is.
That's not the one I wanted. You know, fuck you.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Free new and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. All right,
Now,
Todd
here's
Howard.
something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel.
I want
to
the
at last
achievement.
satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you. And
Give
I
me the
promise it will
achievement.
happen.
I want the achievement. Give me the figures. All right, I guess I'm not getting the achievement. No achievement for me. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. At least I have my bucket.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I want to use all my jumps just in case. Collectibles. That's new. Can you find them? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I'm gonna take this figurine and put it in my bucket. 1 out of 6.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Settings world champion. Let's go to the infinite hole, shall we? It won't end.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
The infinite hole. Oh, maybe there's a Stanley figurine somewhere. All right. Just fall down the hole.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I accidentally fell down the hole again.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more.
Okay.
How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about...
No.
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley.
You
I'll
lied!
be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom.
You don't fall down
Yes, I
forever.
know, I
It's
told
not
you the
infinite.
hole was infinite, but come on. Who
Why would
actually
you
wants
lie to
fall
me?
Forever?
The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I don't want to fall down again. Infinite hole my fucking arse. Alright, bucket, let's see. Something new over here. What does it say? Where's it gonna take us to?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Merch. Does that QR code does anything? Does that QR code do anything? Let's see. There we go. Oh my god, it's an official website. It's an official website for the Stanley Parable 2. They released like a 10-minute video. Now in Expo Hall 2, learn more. Can you believe it, guys? Hype. Stanley Parable 2. Oh, they changed the name. The the mostly infinite hole. Alright, I think I've explored everything. I don't see anything else. Settings World Champion. Where is it? Settings World Champion? Let's see. Where am I? Collectibles. Let's see. We're right here. Collectibles is behind us. Oh wait. I went the wrong way. It's to my left. No, this is just decorations. 'Cause there's merch. It's not above us. So I guess there isn't a settings world champion. Alright. If that's the case, I suppose we just move on about with our lives. Exit. Oh, it's this way. Just beyond the rope. Up the stairs.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yes.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. All right. Okay. Are you ready? here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this
What if
is
instead of
much
Stanley Parable,
better.
it was
I
Stanley
feel good
Freakable, and instead of playing with
Here
our
we go.
minds, it played with our...
Version
All right,
2.
bro.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Oh
With
my god, you
respect,
figured it out.
with care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yes, just like
Would
that.
it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Whoa, I'm going to settings. Let's see. Whoa, so this is the Stanley Parable 2. Alright, let's play. Forget the sequel. When's the IMAX release?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Whoa.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket! It's back!
Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hello, boss.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual
We barely played the
connection he
first one.
shared
We'll
with the
get all the
bucket
confused
that he
instant
didn't
references
notice the
and the whole lore of
keypad
the
behind
first
the boss's
instance in the
desk.
long-playing franchise.
Nor in his bliss
know.
of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number... But Stanley guessed the correct code by
My
sheer
God.
luck. Was it the bucket knew all along?
Yes, the
Was
bucket knew.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly
The
the most
bucket is my
logical
guide.
explanation.
Come with me, bucket.
The elevator raced downward.
This is my bucket.
plummeting
There are many
towards
like
an
it, but this one is
unknown
mine.
fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Whoa.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently,
The sequel is now
reassuring it
paused.
that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Alright. Bucket. Come on with me, bucket.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together,
Yes, this
with
bucket
one
is
another
mine.
to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door
Door
stopped?
stuck.
Was
Door
Stanley
stuck.
and the
Door
bucket not
stuck.
about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave
No,
this
this
place.
isn't fair.
Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
They change heaven at all? worry, they didn't change heaven at all. My brother bought 2 flavors of fast noodles thinking they aren't spicy. One had a mascot with eyes burning and said extra spicy on the back, and the other has a fucking volcano.
All of his co-workers
It was kind of dumb if you didn't think
what
otherwise.
Could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let's not bring the bucket this time. Let's do all that shit again, but we just don't bring the bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
They boarded up
upstairs
the
to
broom
his
closet.
boss's
You notice
office.
that?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered. Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some
All right,
calming
bro.
new age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked
Oh,
forward
it's pretty calm.
into the opened passageway.
Oh, it's pretty calming.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic
No
pleasure
reward?
of
All
a
right, fair
job
enough.
well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've
The
tried.
less spicy
So,
looking
I
one
implore you
spilled
to savor
spice on a
each
pack,
and
less
every
than a
moment
pinky's nail. I
you'll come
looked and
across
immediately
one
had to
of
get
these
water.
beautiful
I'm not using that and
figurines.
afraid to imagine what extra spicy means. Fair enough, dude.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally
Oh my
monitored
God.
in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh my god.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers
I didn't bring the bucket
gone?
this time, so hopefully it
How
opens
had he
this
been
time.
freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
All right, let's
And
see
that
if he
was
put an epilogue
all
in.
he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Then epilogue, right? Nope, never mind. That literally changed nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
What time is it? Oh shit, it's about to be. Okay, I'm starting to think that there aren't much differences between Stanley Parable, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and Stanley Parable 2. Yeah, I was getting the same idea. This is new. I'm gonna ignore the bucket.
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There will be a reward for finding them all. Let me in. Let me in the broom closet. No! Son of a bitch.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I bet you there's one inside the bathroom.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Nice. Is there another one in the elevator, maybe?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons.
All
Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. did he have the strength to find out?
What if I press to turn on the mind control stuff? No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that
Now
next.
the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Look, it's my office.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
I'm
reduced to
427,
images on a
I'm stupid.
screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
I'm right
nothing.
there. That's my camera right there. Yep, that's my office.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Nah.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation
Oh
then?
shit.
Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh fuck.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time
3
left to
attempts
enjoy
remaining.
it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what
Enable
precious
backup power to
moments each
activate.
one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Shit.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying
What do I do?
alone.
What do I do?
I let the office sink into the
Oh,
ground,
shit.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds,
Press any key
Stanley.
to send
Time
power.
doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be
He's reading you like a book.
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Shit.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Shit! Oh, I fucking blew up and died. All right, good to know. Let's not do that.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Meeting today in the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Is there a figurine in there? Oh shit, no, don't go away. What about in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Surely there's a way, right?
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through... Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanley.
I already know what one of them is.
Figures.
I just gotta find the other one.
Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Alright, you said red door, right? Let's go through it.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here, yes.
Whoa.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh, that reminds me. What does this remind you of? Spice! Wow! From my point of living, we can see both Ursa and Draco's star formations. Which is cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Oh my god! Wow! Draco would look like Ursa Major, but with like a triangle and its tail goes a long way.
Wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Okay, I'm bored.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
I'll be fine.
We'll lose all of this.
I'm not gonna trip.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Oh, this is death. Never mind. Fair enough. Getting away from the stairs.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay
All
here.
right, we're staying here. Okay, I'm jumping off.
No! What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Later.
No! Oh,
Oh.
thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Well, those stairs can't kill me. I guess I gotta stay in here.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Or maybe go for another loop? Yeah, huh?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket
I need to
was
find
wrong.
I need to find the
Stanley
figurines.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. go to the cargo lift.
I don't want to go to the cargo lift. I want to go in here. Look, there's a Stanley figurine right there. Let's see. There.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly
One
gotten
more.
all
I meant
of the
jumping
figure
off loop, not
amarines.
the...
Very soon,
Oh,
you'll collect
no,
the
I
first
couldn't jump
one,
off the
and
loop.
then
There was
the
a barrier.
first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no figure amarines. None of us can.
There's gotta be a way down here, yeah? I'm gonna find it. Or I'm just gonna fall down. What is this place?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so...
Alright, calm down, Stanley.
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No more bucket. No bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Go back this
Perhaps
way,
he wanted to stop by the
and then
employee
grab the
lounge
figurine.
first, just to admire it. And here it was.
Go back that same way.
The lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Because I got a feeling there's a way to get over there, right? Maybe a different ledge I can jump on? Looks kind of dangerous. Let's go this way.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
Good.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Did it just restart just like that? Oh god, it did.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Yeah, we do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stairs. Something to do with stairs. Oh, I know where to go. Yeah, we do. So good night. See you next time when? I'm not too sure, but I'll figure that out.
Staircase,
Very soon.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The last one.
And there it is. The last
Stiggly Wiggly.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real
But yeah, I'm not sure when I'll stream. It'll be next week for sure, but I'll let you know when. But you have a good night.
So many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Here's the door. Just go. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
I had too much to live for.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to.
I think this is just the same thing. I found all the figurines. Oh. Everything's all different now.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
What?
It's those figurines. Those figlers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
I remember when Stanley found the collectibles.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley. And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
All right, figurine number 3.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Pretty sure it was the bathroom.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom.
I knew
it was
it.
the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I guess, man, whatever you say.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
By the narrator. Windows Movie Maker. What's that back there? Whoa! It's mini stand number 5. Yeah! Good job! You found it near the cargo lift. Thanks for watching.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
All right, final one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here, under the stairs. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Upstairs.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move on into the future. Goodbye, memory zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels. Okay, yes, that spot under the stairs. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes. Oh.
Yes, I love that video. Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room. These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one. This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figlarines.
First figlarine.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh my god, the jump circle.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Oh, yes, the two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Then here is my office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember.
The cutscene. The cutscene.
I can remember.
The cutscene. Oh.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then, somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely?
Oh.
Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
All right. I think that's the last run through I'll do of this. But other than that, that's really about it. That's all the time I have for you. And so with that, all of you guys have a very good night, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys sometime next week, probably Monday. Actually, most likely Monday. But I'll see you guys then. See ya.